Good evening, everyone. I'm Tassinix. Welcome to Week 1, Round 2 of Season 23. 3 versus 3 Grand Arena Championship for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. My opponent tonight is a familiar face. We just faced him in the last season of 5 vs 5 here. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi, Vader's Fist, of the Guild, MC Syndication. So we'll go over his mods here in a second, but Obi was kind enough once again to join us here on stream. Good to have you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
It's a real pleasure to have you back. Let me try and turn up your mic just a little bit to make sure everybody can hear you. All right, I think you should be good now. All right, guys. So, before we get too deep into anything, let's talk about the hotbot comparison, just to refresh everybody out there. All right. So, it looks like I've got a good margin on him with offense wins. He has more defense than I do. It's interesting. He's actually slightly outweighing me in his top 80 GP, so that doesn't happen often. Not uncommon for an opponent to have more Zetas than me, but this is straight up like 22, so it's not great. It's a lot of power there. Okay, I've got more G13s. All right, so here's where I remember. Yeah, this is where I had some breathing room last time, is I have some margin here in the mods. So I've got a handful more plus 25s, 20 more 20 to 24s, like 30-ish. Plus 20s, and just a little bit more in the other categories except for 10 plus and 10 to 14. So it's a bit of an edge to work with, which is always nice. All right, comparing GLs here. So it looks like, with the let's see. Yeah, without exception, our GLs. And it looks like my cat is also a bit faster. So that's always nice. Very fast Darth Revan. And a very high offense, too. But then again, you do have him Relic 8. That's a strong position. Yeah, 70,000 health. Yeah, I think that's a pretty strong number for what I imagine is most certainly a speed health set. Alright, these other key characters. So he's actually got speed on me here. His Watt's faster, his JKR's faster, his Thrawn's faster. I think I might have asked myself or asked you before, Obi, directly, what was up with the very fast Thrawn, but you still have it there, and that is definitely faster than average these days.
Yeah, it served me well.
I believe you. Yeah, no reason to keep him that way if he doesn't work. And I assume this is a Relic 9 Piett. Oh, this will be fun. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's good. We my guild, Shadowlands Vanguard, just won our 4th TW since the change here, implementing the Relic 9 materials. So we now have our first guild-earned Relic 9. Waiting to see what to do with it here for just a little bit, but super excited. Just had to plug that there.
Yeah, I can't say that I regret doing Piett.
Yeah.
But Jedi Master Luke would also be a very, very good option.
Yeah, and that's what I did because that's just what seemed to be best for the guild all around. I wanted to see about this Piett thing, but have you seen the couple of videos out there saying why it makes it easier for a Relic 8 Piett to beat a Relic 9?
I've seen that. I haven't really experienced it myself because everybody in my arena struggles to beat me. I mean, if I don't change my lineup, I would sit in first place all the time. So,
yeah, okay, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah, I have a few more people, like a lot more people, that picked up Executor in my shard here this last go round. I would say that I still don't really move outside of the top 10 too often. Prior to this, it's like you said, wherever I parked him is where he stayed.
Yeah.
Anyway, best mods. So you've got an extra plus 28 on me. That is nice. Yeah, otherwise pretty strong mods, of course. All right. Top 5 speeds. Anything surprising here? No. I mean, you've committed a good bit here to get your JML decently fast. Is that JML in all, like, health modding? What's up with JML? It's high tenacity. High tenacity. Interesting. Well, it's added tenacity anyway. Something. Okay. All right, well, let's move back over to the main scene. All right, guys. So we'll go over the defense. We'll start on the top zone here. Let me get chat back up. All right. There we go. Chat's back up and everything. I think I accidentally disconnected and reconnected the stream, so very sorry about that, folks. Off to a good start, yeah? All right. So, Nute, Jango, B1, Hux, Lobster Trooper, and Faust, Bossk, Boba, Dengar, Nest and the Resistance Brothers. This one's just become an old favorite at this point. Dooku, Droideka, and Sunfac is not something I usually feature, but I believe I saw this from a Bit Dynasty video, and I thought it was a clever use of resources, because Sunfac is... I don't really use him much as a character in 3 versus 3 otherwise. Like, he doesn't fit for me in the main, like, 3 versus 3 Geonosian squad. So...
Yep.
Oh, did I miss something? Did I miss covering anything? No. All right, let's go down bottom. All right, so Obi-Wan Kenobi's obviously made some attacks here. Let's see how things went.
Not very good.
Let me pull up my sheet so I can take, because I had PrimeBot going off, so I was following how things went. Okay, so you put in a couple attacks first, but the first team you cleared, you got DR here for 51, and then you took out JKL, Shakti, and GK for 54. You gave one go to Royal, you gave a couple goes to CLS, and I'm honestly surprised you cleared this one just because you were already at your third, and that was like, oh man. When it's battles 3, and I was like, oh man, what's he got? But then you got it. I was like, okay, fine. He got it. So CLS was cleared for 33, Gas for 23. And Obi was DMing me here before the battle. And, he told me that he made a mistake on the mirror match versus me. You used Lord Vader to fight me. Do you want to say anything about that, Obi?
Yeah, I got in trouble with my wife, so she distracted me a little bit while she was yelling at me, but, that's my fault. I was trying to finish up and put Darth Vader instead of Lord Vader in the lead, and just no matter what I tried, it did not go very well.
Yeah, that's the wife aggro can be tough. It's very difficult, before my wife understood that I was like trying to make a go of streaming this game, she had absolutely no respect for this game whatsoever. Like, I was just as serious about GAC back then, but the fact that I was able to show her that I'm actually streaming this game allowed her to have some amount of respect for it. Prior to that, she's like, just coming in the room, she had something for me to do, some, honey-do list. And I'm like, I just need like literally 5 minutes or less. That's all this battle takes. I can do what you want immediately after that. Are you honestly putting me off for a phone game? And I was like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, that's a no-win. That's a no-win situation.
No, yeah, it's a bad time. All right, so yeah, Obi said that he's not gonna bother going for clearing the top wall. It just costs too much for what he put into trying to get through the bottom wall.
Yeah, I don't really have anything left that would take out any of those teams anyway. So.
Oh man, that's a real compliment. Thank you, because some of them are really tough, but I thought a few of them were. Well, there's between 2 and 3 you really don't want any business to go wrong, but there's a little wiggle in there.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I'm really thank you, because glad to see that sometimes the defense holds, and actually holds really well for a change.
Yeah, I gotta say, you put some really good teams out there, and your modding is really good. Your gas team just gave me fits.
I really appreciate that, man. I actually, I was studying all the usual good resources when it comes to 3 versus 3 time. Bit Dynasty, Zareth, but I think Fatal still has, some of the most unique information that really lets you stand out in 3 versus 3. And that's all I'll say about it here, on stream. I don't want to help my next opponent too much, but I'm happy to talk with you about it off stream as much as you like. Because thank you. That was what I was going for. And honestly, the teams that I had most tuned up are the ones that you cleared more readily. So that's pretty interesting to me, because you don't have to tell me, but I'm guessing you, or maybe you did already tell me and I missed it. But whatever you used to clear the JKL team, you cleared it for 54, and you did it very quickly.
Yeah, it was JKL, JML, and Hermit Yoda.
Wow. Yeah, you dusted that team. It was not even 30 seconds, I think you were in.
Yeah, it went very quickly.
Jeez. Yeah. All right. God, that's so awesome, because that's great. That's exactly what I was hoping to try here, because now I know that I can have freedom with other opponents with setting not so many GLs up front and leaving the threat of the what if in the back.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I appreciate that, man. All right, let's go.
Well, I will tell you that, I had mentioned earlier that, I remodded my whole roster after, unfortunately, it was after GA had locked. And, I take people that I battled against and look at the teams that I really struggled against and look at the modding. Yeah. And there's probably about 4 tunes that I specifically patterned after your modding.
I really appreciate that, man. That's so cool. That's awesome. I really appreciate it.
One of them was my DR getting it over 350 again.
Man, I cannot say. So I think I might have told you this before. I invent very little, but I pay attention to what really stands out and kicks ass, and I am not too proud to mimic anything. So,
same.
Yeah, take generously anything that you like. I'm so happy that you are. So great. I want to talk about what you've said on defense here, because you have said something for me. You told me before the offense round kicked off here that you were going to work on something special for me. So here we go. We've got a GGB2 Magna. Slacker DR BSF. Guys, this one had me thinking a little bit, because if he looked at my defense history and saw how often I set JKL on defense. I don't always do, but it is more often than not, I guess, if I'm being honest. And whether or not he knew that, he exploited that, because if I was going to JML this and feel absolutely 100% confident about it, I would want to use JML, Hoda, JKL, right?
Yeah, I actually did. I noticed that I think you only have not used that lineup or a variation of it once in the last 6 or 7 battles.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I have my patterns. I'm not gonna lie. And then of course he's got.
I like to experiment with some different lineups. I've never done DR and BSF with Slacker, but I'm interested to see how it works.
Yeah, I've never seen this before, I think, myself. And I just want to check and see how this is going to work. All right, so they're going to have, yeah, okay, so all right, it's effectively the same crit damage as if it was DR lead, but that's the, thank God, like the only benefit coming from DR lead. All right, so 30 speed. This is actually a pretty decent lead to have DR, right? Because you don't have to worry about whether or not something's doubling. This just splits the difference. Gaining advantage. Okay, so they'll get cleansed. So they won't be really stacking ferocity under SLKR, right? Because his swipe's going to take care of all that.
Right.
And let's think about this. So it's no extra health is what's important to note there, guys. And, all right, so it is a speed and health set, indeed. All right, 70,000, right? Okay, 323 speed. So 353 effective. That's what I have to keep in mind. Which is actually pretty wicked fast.
Yeah, and so with my new modding, the next GA, that would be like in the 380s.
Ooh, yes. Awesome. Love that. Good. Yeah, I can see.
Just putting that out there because I know yours is in the 350 range as well.
Absolutely. Like it is for 3v3. I still make the journey of putting those mods back on him. Like I am hard back to farming speed mods again. It's not. I've been wanting to fill in a lot of 2 sets here over the last couple of months. And it's been good on that front. But it is punishing right now because the demands on speed are enormous.
Yeah.
So, anyway, BSF. So wait, BSF is 324, and DR was just slightly under that. Yeah. 323. All right. So, yeah. So wow, that's an interesting. I have to think about how that's going to pop off, and what is the way.
Yeah, really, when I was trying to come up with something, a couple different squads to throw at you, when I was looking at all the different leaderships, I really liked the fact that his leadership is covers dark side, and it gives them speed and offense.
Yeah, it's tough to argue with that, and I mean, making him still effectively, putting them both effectively in the 350s is really interesting. That's let me see what I had penned in for that, because I know I was kind of sweating about it. Because I know I can't afford to make a mistake here. But what I was thinking about is how I was going to deal with your back wall. And now that I know that you had committed your Lord Vader to the mirror with mine, that was my biggest worry, was whether or not you were going to punish me with a Lord Vader in the back, because you made it difficult for me to find a really natural home to use JML on attack.
Yeah,
that was my issue, because I was thinking like JML, Cam, and Hoda versus this Slacker DR thing. I don't know. So now I think I'm gonna move. I'm actually gonna take like JMK Cat, I think, against that, or I might just mirror yours and then use. No, I don't want to do that. No, I definitely want to do JMK. Yeah, let's do it that way. Just moving everything around on my spreadsheet. Give me a second. Slacker. All right, so we still have JML. We need to have. Okay, so I think I'm gonna move on to. Well, let's talk about the next couple of teams here. We've got Bossk, Boba, Dengar, and this is the full nasty, right, guys? This is the Relic 7 Dengar. So let's see what kind of stats this comes out to. All right, respectable health. All right, 64 potency. And what was the crit chance? Sorry, where is that? 71%. So one thing I will tell you that I think you would find very helpful, Obi, is to have him at like, I think he doesn't gain any extra crit chance from the start of the game, right? No, I
Yeah,
don't think so.
when I did my remodding, I got him at like, now he's like 106.
100%. Okay, crit chance, and then about 100% plus potency, right?
Yeah, he's like, I think I got him at like 99 something for potency.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that natural 15% chance, but being, 100, 105, somewhere between 105, 110 potency feels really comfortable to me with him. Because I super like Dengar with BAM in 5s, so that's how I just keep him modded.
Yeah, I put that when I do the, in 5 versus 5, I use Dengar with them.
Yeah, great, yeah. And let me ask you something. How long have you had the Grizzled Veteran Zeta?
Maybe a couple months. I got it. I put it on there when Executor came out, because I thought we'd get a couple more bounty hunter ships coming.
And you thought that was going to be the next one, yeah.
Yeah, so I just went ahead and maxed out most of the. I pretty much got all of my bounty hunters. Just about are all maxed out now.
Just out of passion for bounty hunters?
Yeah, I've always liked that faction.
Fair enough. Completely respectable. Hey, Balor, I see you out there. Good evening. So yeah, just talking with our opponent, Obi-Wan Cannoli here, about his defense. So we were just covering GG, then Slacker, talking about his bounty hunters. Now he's got Mon Mothma, Cara Dune, and Rebel Scout here. Rebel Scout is modded for offense at 240 speed, 7,300 physical damage, 74% crit chance. All right. And is there anything tricky about this Cara Dune? So she's modded for... Wow, she's actually decently fast for being modded for tankiness, right, guys? That's, 2 health sets and a defense set coming out to 293. So she's moving pretty well. Lot of extra health and protection. So, I mean, I guess I don't have to guess too much of the primaries. Whoa, crit damage, offense. Whoa. This is a very offensively oriented Cara, despite being thick, despite being fast. All right, so there's where I guess some of the trade-off is. She's not terribly high on armor, but she still has 11.3% from modding, which is pretty interesting. 5,800 physical, yeah, it's not bad. But what's the potency? Okay, potency's 53%, but she'll get the potency up because you have the Zeta. So, yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid. How are you feeling about getting value from the Relic 7 on Mon Mothma? Because I've toyed with that myself.
Well, when I had her faster, because at one time I had her at like 330 speed.
Dang.
She was awesome at that. But then I used the mod. I had obviously you have to move mods around all the time, and I got to where I had a run where I really wasn't using the Mon Mothma squad much, at least for what I originally was using it for. So I kind of took the mods off of her and put them on other tunes that was more important.
Yep. I've just got her back up to where I wanted her to be at like a minimum speed wise, because I want her to be like 300 plus, no less than. And I was just only recently able to do that, but you having her even once at one point like 330, that's amazing. It's interesting, you've got her in a crit damage and crit chance set, so you want her, she'll be spreading around more of those offense stats, I guess.
I did that more for the the tune that she calls in that gets her stats.
Does it actually get like the Okay, so it wouldn't inherit the primary, right? It would just inherit any stats, regular stats from the primary. So it would inherit tenacity here. It would also inherit some percentage of offense as well. So okay, there's options for this. Yeah, interesting set. So this is just to make the rebel trooper all the more threatening.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty neat. All right,
it was the only balance I could find once I took the speed off of her.
Yeah. That's so. So what is you're finding that the difference between having her like speed modded and having her in this is that you're really seeing your rebel trooper kick ass then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely they just kind of like normally they just kind of pillow you to death. But they hit a little bit harder. Obviously in that any one of the variations of the lineup, you've got to have one of the characters really fast.
Yes.
Actually was working on my Poe or Pow, I guess.
Yeah, Pow.
I'm trying to get him in the 320s.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I think he's the straw that stirs the drink for that team.
See, I can see why, because it's so critical for him to just keep getting turns so he can keep spamming Sakala. I get that,
Yeah.
but I think it's Hoth Rebel Scout that would probably need to be strictly the fastest, because in pretty much any variation that you're running of a turn meter Mon Mothma team, you will at absolute minimum have like Scout, right, and probably then Pow in that order.
Yeah, I was going to what my target range for them now is to have Pow in 320 and Rebel Scout in that 310, 315 range.
Well, I definitely support the idea of Pow being generally fast. I think mine's in like between the 250s and 270s, and I gotta say he gets turns like crazy. Where I did notice a big difference when I changed the modding was making Hoth Rebel Scout the absolute fastest person on the team, because it just amounts to more opportunities to basic.
Yeah, maybe I'll just swap the two goals. Try to get Scout faster than Pow.
Yeah, or if you're up to it, hazard experimenting each. But I would guess that as the anchor of the turn meter concept of the team, just more opportunities to basic has got to probably be the better usage of speed mods.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
All right, but enough about your Mon Mothma, because we have an old friend down here, your Sith Triumvirate. And this Triumvirate was like a kick in the teeth last time. I think I have the 5 vs 5 tab pulled up still, just because I wanted to reflect on this, guys. Hold on. Where was it with... where was it? Traya. Okay. 3 drops. Oh, I didn't even... I didn't highlight it red. That's why I didn't stick out. I had 3 drops on his Sith Triumvirate in 5 vs 5, and then eventually got through it on the 4th try. And God, it was ugly. So, not happy to see these guys again, but there they are in all their glory. There was something about... yes, this was right. This is what stood out about his Nihilus. I remember this. He's got this really defensively oriented Nihilus, and... so many of the counters to this team rely on actually just beating him to death. You don't usually delete Nihilus. Well, I don't know. You don't usually fight Nihilus on defense. That's part of the fun of this team. But health primary here, health primary here, health primary, speed here. But, he's got a little bit... Yeah, he's got some decent stats. I'm assuming there was probably a better mod here at a different point, but you had to make a trade-off. Because this looks like a decent filler arrow.
Yeah.
But let's see what that comes out to. So Relic 7, 80,000 health, just for starters, 252 speed, and still, 70% plus potency. That's good. Well, wait. I skipped over the armor. That's not doing him justice. 62.5% armor. right? And he's just going to be stacking health, right? Anytime Sion and Traya are getting debuffed. So you don't really want to be relying on a team that, is about like directly just bullying him down because he's tanky for it. And God forbid, whatever you use is relying on you applying debuffs, he's just going to stack up. And that's great to have him in most of this defense because he doesn't have any means of increasing his defense. He can just stack health on it, all on his own, though. So it's a pretty nice balance you struck there.
Thanks.
Hey, Yeti. Hey, Wiz. How you guys doing? Good to see you. Good to have you. We were just talking with our opponent here, Obi. We already talked about my defense. My defense fought valiantly, and I think and it's got him stopped up. We just covered his top defense here. Now we're going to the bottom, and hopefully, oh yeah, we're already like 30 minutes in, and I haven't done a battle. This is hot, guys. So this is good. Dagger's gonna give me shit about this at some point in the stream. I know it. All right. So he's got Hunter, Echo, and Wrecker. So the most important thing to check here is how fast is the Echo. So 330. Okay, respectable, not bonkers, but respectable. All right, RJT, Resistance Hero Poe, Resistance Hero Finn. All right, I remember checking this. The speed was average. It's an okay speed set. It doesn't stand out in any particular way. Other than that, it's pretty well balanced. It's giving him, over 10,500 special offense, and actually being over 50% crit without, committing too much to it is pretty nice, even if it's only a fraction of a percent more. Potency, he has some added potency, but that's okay. He's not really the debuffing one of the two so much. Let's go and check the Poe, because the Poe is the one I remember. Yes, he's very well modded, right? And he's got the potency set on with the offense.
Yeah.
So 65,000 health, 291 speed. So that's a great spot for him to be. All right, 65% potency, 7,300 physical. All right, 12,412 special offense with 47% crit chance. But again, this is without committing any serious sets or whatever to having a lot of critical strike chance. Yes. Oh man. Yeah. Yes. Valor. Yeah. Sorry about the stream the other night, guys. I was pretty hammered. I got dropped off by an old friend who was, definitely in a good state to drive. And we had a whole bunch of these really good beers made in Ohio. Like, I'm surprised, if you told me there would be a really good beer out of Cincinnati, Ohio, I would have called you a liar. But anyway, they have pretty high alcohol content in them, and what was really amazing about it, it was such a well-crafted beer that it was one of those beers that would almost have an obnoxiously high level of alcohol in it, but it was completely masked by just this wonderful malted texture. It was just so good. Anyway, I was wasty pants, and then I had a drink when I got home. So I wasn't actually really drunk when I got home, but when I had that pre-stream drink, that actually turns out the liquor on top of all those beers just launched me somewhere else. So that was a good time. Probably won't be getting that hammered anytime soon. Yes, you know what, Valor? I will hydrate. You'll notice a conspicuous lack of alcohol. I am good. I chugged one of these before I crashed last stream. So it was a full liter. Had to wake up for the bathroom in the middle of the night. But I did not feel like the dead come morning time. Just a little groggy. But still, I've been pretty good on not wanting to have a drink of any kind the last couple of days. So, good times. All right, so RJT's deal real quick. Offense and potency again. 278, pretty strong for not being a speed set. 90,000 health is quite exceptional as well. What was the potency? 55%. Okay, so that suggests to me Yes, okay. That's why the health is so high. Not a potency cross. Yeah. Alright. Got JMK, Cat, GK, and I did note that the check was accurate. My Cat is a little bit faster, so that's good to know if I want to mirror. Is there anything unique here about JMK? Pretty healthy JMK. Most of them are around 100, 105, 106,000 health. So this one being at 116 is pretty standout. Other than that, everything seems pretty on the nose. Good offense and all that. Let's see. All right, so Rey, Kuiil, and IG-11, and then Gideon, Range, and Dark Trooper. So how did you use your troopers on offense against me, Obi?
I did not.
So you still have something functional, but you don't have like the A team troopers team for 3 versus 3.
Right.
So
right.
I guess once I clear it, you can tell me more. But I'm curious about what you're looking to do there, instead of like if you had just set like you could set Veers Gideon, you could set Veers Piett with Dark, whatever. So, but I see that you chose to do Gideon, so I was thinking, oh man, he's got him split, and so he's trying to get value. So I wonder what he's going to go after with the team that he's got.
Yeah, what I was trying to do was to force you to have to use a decent squad to take it out.
Turns out that I do. It turns out that I do. What do I have written here that I think I have to commit to it? That's the 5 versus 5 page still. I wrote in, I'm going to use JKR Jolee GMY, so I mean, consider that successful, right?
Yeah.
That's a solid trade. All right, guys. Let me think about this. So I think I'm going to start with the Hunter, Bad Batch Echo, and Wrecker. I checked my counters from last 3v3 season, and I saw that I was successful for about 51 banners for Padme, Ahsoka, and JK. So I think I'm going to go for that again. I want to get a couple value clears if I can, and even though this is a well-modded Bad Batch team, I think this should be able to endure it, and we should be okay. Just want to grab the correct Ahsoka, the correct Anakin. Okay, and let's go ahead and start the combat music, folks. That's what you're really here for, right? To hear that same track that all of us streamers use. Alright, let's get moving. So they go fast, yes. And now we get to start doing stuff. They have the evasion up. Let me think about this. Hunter's going to use stealth, right? So I don't need to do the offense up here. I do want to do the kill. I'd like him to do his role. Now he's done all he can do for buffing up. Now we punish that. Kuiil. Alright. Now, yep, he just did swap to nobody and pop 51. Alright, so all as expected. Lorelei, hey, how you been? How's it been? I haven't, I've seen you a couple times on Heinz's Discord. We connected briefly on some questions that you had for last season. Hope all is well. Good talking to you. Let's see. Alright, so 51, let me mark that in. Okay. Let's do the Rey. We're just gonna do C Watt. Nothing fancy here. By the way, I finally switched over to BlueStacks 5, guys. I think I notice it tends to crash more often if you have the session just sitting open on your computer, for a long time. It seems to crash more often than BlueStacks 4, but it seems to run more smoothly, like on a high-level device profile. So that's nice. Anyway, off we go. So yeah, Yeti, how's your stream, or how's your season been here so far? First round tonight. You're gonna go later in the evening though, right? So I'll get to see you do your round 2. All right, let's actually get this moving. The only thing that's really bad is just wasting time. We're gonna link the tank if we have to, and Rey. We can't delete Rey, so we're gonna relink later. But he's gonna help charge. She's gonna help charge his ultimate. We can just do this. That's fine. You're going to put a buff up anyway, and it's not great to put buffs on yourself in the presence of Rey, but it was either going to be, health or health recovery or protection. So a buff is a buff. All right. You served us well, Watt. You're G. All right, you're 1-0, Yeti? All right, that's nice, man. I'm 1-0 too. I think I'm fighting my guildmate Draz. If I win this, I would be fighting, and if he wins his here, then I would be fighting Draz. Last time I fought him, it was not what I would describe as close. It went terribly for me. It went terribly. So, we'll see. Alright. So I took advantage to do the relink. Whew! That is a big hit. Fortunately, we have a meaty Sith Eternal. Alright. It's about time to transform. I'll read your comment here in a second, Yeti. I just want to get this to the point where I can put it on auto, which I guess is right there. Alright, so what did you say? Your opponent is very curious. He's got Lord Vader and 7-star Executor, which you expected on defense, but his history shows he likes to attack with them. So, it might be an easy attack. I don't know. I mean, Obi here's put down 3 GLs that I can see, while keeping Lord Vader for offense. Now, he had wife aggro, and he tried a non-Lord Vader lead. He tried a Darth Vader lead to see if that would give him the edge. And it didn't pan out, but that doesn't mean he couldn't be effective here in the few days that remain before we all expect to see Lord Vader, Maul, and Royal Guard on defense. That's going to be like your premier, always on the bottom front wall defensive team now, right, guys? Until otherwise proven. And I'm sorry, I actually didn't pay attention to what those banners were. Did anybody see that? Maybe 52, I want to say. I'm hoping so. Alright. Well, let's see. Yeah. 51, Balor? Okay. Damn.
Yeah, it was 51.
Alright, well, hey, I appreciate that. You could correct me. If I'm wrong.
Oh, well, it just popped up on the bot for me.
Oh, you know what, dude? I'm such an ass. You're in here with me on Discord, and I'm forcing you to be behind time. I'm gonna put it up live here in Discord for you, so you can be in real time here. Okay. So this Gideon thing, yeah, I mean, I already planned out attack teams for everything that's on the top wall. So, and of course, that's always, pending whatever we see here on the back. For that reason, though, I have found that I have the budget to assign this JKR thing, which is going to clear this and do it for decent banners. There's multiple things that can clear this, but I don't know. Not a lot of things that do decent banners. So,
hey, Tasnik?
Yeah.
Can anybody else hear me?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Since I've already lost, I'm gonna help you out. The counter you're getting ready to use,
Yeah.
is, if I remember correctly, it's one of the best counters for the squad that I put in the back wall.
Well, let me think about what I could otherwise use here. First, let's check the speed of your Gideon, because I already did the math and I was comfortable with... oh, that's right, it is 360. So that is very fast. That is faster than my Bad Batch Echo, so I couldn't use offense Bad Batch on that. What could I use? I haven't assigned Geos to this yet, but then he's gonna do... I think Gideon's first move as an AI is to do the armor shred, right?
I think a lot of times he does that mass assist.
Oh, well, that's the one I don't want, so let me... I might have to find a different way, because here's the thing. I saved an extra GL that I was planning on setting 3, like normally. But I saved an extra one here, because I was expecting something heavier from you. And I have JML, so I'm thinking that I can use JKR here, and then hopefully whatever it is you have set back there, I can JKL. But all right, I'll take your hint, since you've been kind enough to give it, and I will look up again what I was referencing.
Yeah,
earlier.
I think the JKL is a good counter as well for the team. For the one team that I have in the back that I know Jedi Knight Revan is usually used for.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I believe they both work.
All right.
I really had a feeling that you would probably use Jedi Knight Revan against this squad here, and that was kind of what I was calculating.
You calculated well, because I was pondering a few different options and settled on JKR among like 3 different teams I was considering. So you pegged that pretty damn well. All right, I'm going to take the risk and hope that... because I don't want to mess around with this team. There's only a few things that counter it super cleanly, and I have those other clean counters set aside. So I need to, I need to stick to the script that I know and hope that I have something. Certainly if I end up needing to JML whatever you have back there, I have confidence that like JML can handle whatever you were thinking JKR could.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Yes, Lorelei. Yes, it was a very nice hint. Thank you, Obi. That was very kind of you. Lorelei says she set Palp on a squad in the back. She looked again, and it wasn't Palp. It was C. No. This is the forbidden. That's so painful. I remember last 3v3 season, I think it was, or maybe it was a 5 vs 5. It's not too terribly recent, but it still hurts. The memory hurts. Of setting like Mando Bounty Hunter lead for a BAM team. And it was bad. It was bad, right?
Yeah. I did the same thing one time in 5 vs 5. I set C as like the 5th in a DR team, and I meant to use Palp, but...
Ooh, yeah. And Balor's saying he's wanted to set Anakin, and he's set Gas. It's like, ugh. Oh, God. That is killer. All right, guys. Heedless of our opponent's very kind advice, I am going to have to use the counter that I planned for because I don't want anything else to happen. We do want to go immediately after Dark Trooper because anything that results in his stacks going bye-bye is objectively a good thing. No buffs really to steal here, so we can save the slap to accelerate future turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so we got him into the 3 stacks. Let's do the slap. There, special. Okay, so yeah, we've got that going for us, which is something. Okay, no need to do the turn meter swap here. Let's just do the assist call. Alright, down to 2 stacks. Okay. Okay. Just keep in on him. Alright, so now he stacks back up to 3, so we just have to keep the wagon train moving, guys. Let's go ahead and turn meter swap Yoda, who's definitely going to buff spread here. That was a good move. We'll call Revan. It'll put some protection back on him, which we do need. Alright, 2 stacks. We're breaking through. We're almost there. Slap, that takes us to 1. We'll basic here because it'll give us more turn meter. Bring us closer to another spread. Perfect. Alright, I just want to heal up Revan a bit more. Keep passing between him and Yoda. Got the primary target out of the way. I don't want to slap unless I want to take the hit here from range, which I don't need to. So he's got the offense up, he's got the penetration. I might as well look to start. Yeah, I know I'm going to take the hit there, but that's okay. We'll call... Yep, Yoda will call him basic. We're just going to keep going after Gideon here now. Focus him. I do want to slap him. It's fine. Spread. Yeah, that might have been a dumb choice, actually, going after Gideon here next, right? Because all this protection going back to Gideon is not great. Not great. We still got a little bit of time, but not as much as I would like, to be honest. Alright, we'll slap again. Spread it. There we go. Yeah, this is good. We're keeping this moving. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to Gideon. That's fine. We're doing good on keeping the protection high on these guys, so that's nice. Spread again. Yeah, we got the bonus protection thing pretty much figured out here for the moment. Normal protection is restored. So slap. Come on, you're almost there. You're almost there. Alright. Alright, there we go. We're almost in the clear of this. Just keeping the focus up. Every time that we're doing the slap to get the extra turn with Yoda, we're doing it when we have foresight so we don't actually take damage. We're topped off as we are right now, I believe. Everybody's good. So we'll finish the fight for 54. Okay, so this was one of like 3 teams that I was looking up that could really do this for the cost. It's not, it doesn't feel great. Ooh yeah, I just needed a couple of wins here, and there we are. I broke into Bronzium, guys. Real deal stuff. Okay. RJT, what did I assign for that? Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's do this. So guys, you remember I had this Relic 5 Qira, no Zeta, kind of middling mods, like 260-ish speed, stuff like that. I made her, like, not the right hand of God, but maybe like the first 2 fingers on the left hand of God. She's pretty strong for what she is. We put that Zeta on. She's got almost 300 speed, good amount of crit chance, and some potency. So, super like her, and let's get underway. Yeah, I know, Lorelei, the hint. I'm hoping I'm not super punished for it in the back wall. But, you know, if Obi truly doesn't have anything to go after my other wall... Alright, let me think about what I'm going to do here. We're going to miss... Well, we're not going to miss the other 2 targets. I have a lifesteal up. Alright, yeah, we knew that was going to So I have to at least try and do something to preserve Chewie. Ah, man. This is not going well, guys. You weren't supposed to do all this, RJT. Okay. So there's some of our margin getting eaten up, guys. Gonna preload on it. What should I do about this? Oh, no! I really did not expect that to happen. You guys think that would have happened the same way if I'd used Wedge? Wedge is pretty middling, but he's Wedge lead, so that's generally considered to be the better lead, but I really wanted to try this Qira. She let me down!
Yeah, I've never tried Qira with those two, but I use Wedge all the time with them.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I guess I'm trying to make it happen, but it's not going to happen. Stuck behind RJT, Qira died after the intern. Oh, my wife's showing me that our toddler's passed out here. Oh, and she passed out relatively early. Yes, thank God. This kid has been trying to kill me for the last 2 months with like going to bed between like midnight and 1 a.m. Like if she takes a nap in the afternoon that screws up her sleep schedule, okay, fine, that makes sense. But like if she doesn't get a nap and she's been up all day and then she stays up till midnight, 1 a.m. anyway, like what is going on here? Alright. I have to look up RJT stuff here real quick, guys. Who do I have my Veers committed to? Oh, well, yeah, that's true. It is where I have assigned them. Damn. See, Wedge Han Chewie has a 95.5% win rate against this comp, so... it was probably something worth thinking about. What am I gonna do now? Preload's gonna be a real problem. I gotta be careful with that. What about Bad Batch, guys? The question is, where are their cooldowns at, and can they just annihilate my squishies before Hunter can put them under stealth? That's the question. Okay, so we got JMK, Cat, and GK. We'll take that out and save this RJT for last here, for this wall. We're going to do Slacker Daka Zombie. I believe it still works. So here's hoping that I'm not terribly wrong about that. If I die, I die. Yeah, that opening is gonna hurt. No, yeah, I thought that no, I think it still works in 3 versus 3. The other choice I have would be to mirror it, but I would rather use JMK against that Slacker, DR, and BSF team, right? Yeah, C Armor, GBA. Yeah, I know that still works. That's a good counter, too. I like that one. But I've already used my C here against Rey, so... not available. Yeah, you know what, Valor? I will do the science here for you. Like, if I'm not able to clear his bottom wall, but I'm able to clear his top wall, you know, and I'm able to still win for the sake of science, then I am willing to do my part for the betterment of us all. It's just need for me to pass her a couple of things. All right, there we go. All right, here we go, guys. So I guess we do want to do this for the sake of ramping, but we would be able to get rid of the buffs very, very quickly, right? If we save the stab. So I think I want to just basic here on the first turn. Now that happens, and that's fine. We do need to do the swipe here, though, so that was actually a mistake. I should have just done this, the stab, because if I don't do the swipe, I don't get the taunt, and the taunt is quite key. So, lesson to me. Alright. Do the stab anyway. Take our lumps. Now, that's the one real downside here about what this counter always was, is that it's going to take us some time to charge up an ultimate, respectively. And in the meantime, Daka's going to start getting a big hit here. Big hit. Yeah, I feel like I still want to... Yeah, I mean, I can at least hit them. So I guess I should do that. Alright, we'll stab again. But isn't his... Yeah, his stab's... His shield's coming up here shortly, isn't it? You're not supposed to put armor shred on Slacker. Leave him alone, damn it. Not good. Yeah, I know that they changed the targeting priority, but I believe this still works. And I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die on that hill to see whether or not I might get a little healing over there to Daka. Just keep up with the basics. We really need to stick to that script. It's going to take us forever to charge this up. I think that's actually the biggest threat for me is time on this one, guys. I don't think I need to do the heal here. Well, it's not going to even help Daka if I do, so not. That's that. Okay. Yeah, this is waste to bother. Oh, jeez. No, stop. Stop hitting. Stop doing that. Jesus. Okay. So Daka gets the res. Now Daka, just heal. That's fine. You're doing good things for us, Daka. We like you. 2 minutes. That's, yeah. Alright. I think I've gotten myself kind of caught up into a position where my greatest enemy is just running, having the clock go bad on me. Alright, so we popped the first reset there. That's good. Let's keep this going. Under 2 minutes. This is bad, guys. Bad news, Bears. Bad news, Bears. Alright, third ultimate from JMK that we've endured. It is time to pop. Let's start doing the mad swipes. Yes. Okay, cat gone. We'll go ahead and pop this off. Swipe again. Oh, good lord. Wow. He was, and then he wasn't. Alright, so 48 it is. It still works, guys. Ha-ha!
Boy, he can ramp up that offense.
You know what? That's actually Pride and Joy's set of mine. That's like 578 Slacker with 12,000 offense starting. Alright, so that's a brief moment of triumph. I have to face this failure. What am I going to do? I'm trying to think of what's going to be reasonable. People who are super resistant against hitting bizarrely hard. Problem is the dispel from RJT, so that's a big deal for us. We will outrun her. We'll outrun everyone if it wasn't preloaded. So... how else can I get around that? I don't know that I can, guys. May have to... well... Night Sisters, guys? What about Night Sisters? Well, no, because we don't have Daka, so we don't have the security that I would want to go in against that team, because preload is super bad. I feel like I gotta risk it with Bad Batch, guys. I think that's gonna... Or I could do some kind of Jedi jank. Let's think about this real quick. Everybody lived. So how am I going to get through that if everybody lived? Where am I going to get the offense if I try and do something with Jedi that doesn't compromise my JML team? So it would be like Bastila lead, Ezra, and Plo Koon. Plo Koon can help us out with some turn meter. Very little offense on the team, but Ezra is pretty strong. But is it enough to really make sure that we can get through Resistance Hero Finn without getting just perma-stuck on RJT? So we can ability block her, and if we're lucky with Bastila's third, we can apply buff immunity, right? So that would be good. That's an awful lot to commit to that. We could use something with Old Ben. Do Bastila, Ezra, Old Ben. Yeah, that might be better. So we don't have a more reliable dispel. So that's a problem if we end up actually getting stuck on RJT. But it might be a better way to go overall. We get the free pre-taunt from having Old Ben there. Could have kept Daka if I revived instead of basic. Taz could have kept Daka if I revived instead of basic. If I revived. So Daka was dead. I'm not... Oh, you're saying if I had used the revive on her last turn to heal her, because... Okay, if she did not have healing immunity and I had the opportunity to use the heal, that was a dum-dum on my part, so I could have saved the banner. Yeah, if she was at half health and did not have healing immunity or whatever, then that was a dum-dum. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. That's a fair point. Appreciate it, Yeti. That is legitimate criticism. I think for mitigating damage here, well, let's... What about this? So we know that we need these two. From a control point of view, we could use Ayla. She's modded to be a stun bot. But she doesn't offer us as much as maybe Old Ben does. What am I going to do here? I like this Bastila lead thing, because that's really going to cushion the blow. It's just, do we have the ability to get after who we want? So much depends on the buff immunity from Bastila, right? We wouldn't have anything like a healing immunity, anything to punish their ability to restore health, at least from Resistance Hero Finn's grenade. Maybe you're not the faction I'm looking for this one. I really do want to go through this team, though. I can't try and cheat by going and clearing some teams up top. And if I throw Hunter at it, man, I guess this seems like it's coming out to be the best team to use in this situation if I'm not going to use Bastila. Because they've got the offensive chops to get this job done. I think I'm going to have to risk it, guys. And then if it's going to go bad on me, I will do my damnedest to actually pull out. Alright. Hey, thank you for the 100 biddies, Dylar. Appreciate you. By the way, sorry, I was kind of absorbed in what I'm actually going to do to dig myself out of this hole. But how did your fight go? I assume you've already finished everything. So How did all that go for you? Okay, wow, that's awesome. Okay, nice dispels. Okay. No assists get to be called because of all that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the defense up. You got the defense up, so now it's time to go on under. Oh man, this is one of those things where I agonize over something that's pretty straightforward. Alright, I'm going to make a note here for this one. Hunt, BB, Echo, and Wreck. So this was 33. And I am going to put the comment that I absolutely should have done this in the first place. Oh man, it feels terrible to waste Han Chewie. I would have rather put them on defense and had it go that way. But all right, we're through the gate. We're through the gate. And what manner of trap waits for us in the back? All right, so we got Stormtrooper Han, the Relic 7 Wampa, and Shore Trooper. That's pretty nice from a defending your Wampa perspective. All right, offense modding means that we will have the opportunity to land debuffs on him. I love having this super strong Wampa, Obi, and I actually envy you for having the healing immunity Zeta on him. I really strongly urge you to think about putting him in like a full tenacity set. Make him like what you would do with Nest, because he doesn't need offense, he gives himself offense. He just needs to not be locked down. He needs to take turns, that's all. Or at least be able, not even take turns, because that would imply he needs speed. He just needs to not be locked down so he can counter and stack himself, you know?
Cool, appreciate it.
You're very welcome. CLS, Chewpio, C-3PO. Amazing defensive team. We'll see how that goes. Poggle. Alright, Poggle, Django, and Droidica. This is actually this is a pretty good one, guys. Alright, so, you know, it's very offense heavy, right? So there's no tank, and we got that going for us, which is nice. But you still have somebody who turns himself damage immune, and a guy that will be damage immune for the first 2 turns. In addition, this is what's nuts, right? So Django's thing being activated is plus 50% offense. The Poggle lead is 30% more offense. I'm not exactly sure how the multiplication all rolls out. I think uniques execute ahead of leaderships, but I'm not exactly sure in this situation. Anyway, it's an unbelievable crap ton of offense. So I just have to be careful about that. Padme, JK, and Ahsoka, pretty respectable team from, you know, they're all Relic 8. They're all going to do a decent amount of damage, actually. And then, yes, Nute, B1, and GBA. All right. So let's go ahead and get about top. I want to make some headway there. All right, we got GG. We're going to go in with Mon Mothma, guys. So he didn't leave me anything that's real fodder, except, well, I guess maybe I can exploit the Stormtrooper Han Wampa thing. But as far as like trying to pick up like a Rebel fighter feat, that might be a little hard to do there. We'll see. We'll see what I do. I could always, you know, clear 2 of the characters, allow it to time out, and then go back in and clean it up with literally any 3 Rebel fighters, and that might be what I do. Alright, Mon Mothma, Cassian, K2. Off we go. I think made very famous by Dylar here for 3 versus 3. This is just the gold standard team for most GGs. There are certain GG comps that you cannot field any version of a Mon Mothma counter against. And fortunately for me, this is not one. Alright, so we've got the buff immunity stuck onto Magna. Right now he does the big dispel, so we have to put that back on him. Okay, so it's fine. Yup. You're just all sorts of beat up by not being able to go after B2 here. Somebody please stick the damn buff immunity. Let's go, Cassian. Got literally like one job here. Alright. Okay, so he's stunned. Still don't want to use the big heal yet, guys. I have a feeling things are going to get worse before they get better. There we go. Have the debuffs to exploit, so we'll just stick to that. Bases. Goodbye. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. What? That's actually pretty funny. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen. Hold on. So that's a Relic 8. Alright guys, I've been looking for a case about whether or not I wanted to take my Cassian and K2 to Relic 7, because they've been doing so well for me for so long. But I knew this day would come when I'm facing just an overwhelming amount of stats getting thrown at these Relic 5s. So let's actually look in more detail at this Grievous modding. Alright, so very swoley broly right from the get-go. You're 158,000 health at the start of match is pretty formidable. Speed is 200, so like 215 is where I like to keep mine, but then again, this is a very different modding strategy for mine, so this is just absolute max health. Alright, he doesn't have much in the way of potency, so his strategy is really not relying about, landing the target locks and exploiting that. It's just about being huge and just having an unbelievable amount of damage, mid to the end of the fight. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well, he's pretty big. Let's check out the primaries real quick. Yep, health. Oh, look at that. Look at that flat health. 1,500. Alright, health here. Yep, alright, a little bit more flat health on that front. Okay, yep, decent health cross there. Okay, there's where you pick up a little bit of your potency on that one. Okay, some health here. That's where you pick up a bit of your speed. Okay, and a decent another chunk of flat health there. Yeah, this is a extremely intimidating Grievous. Alright, Grievous solo, I think Ewoks are the traditional response to that, but I don't know. We'll come back to this, because I think I can clean that up with most anything. I've got Night Sisters, so we'll worry about that another time, right?
Yeah, I don't know how well the Ewoks work in 3 vs 3, and 5 vs 5 it works good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my Ewoks have been G12 since forever now, so I don't get any kind of service out of them, and I don't know that I will anytime soon. Let's do JMK Cat here, guys. I really want to do JMK Cat here on this slacker. Sort of Galactic Republic. And we'll take Mace along for the ride, guys. Did I mark that drop though? Hold on. So, no, I didn't. I really do need to mark that and comment. Okay, so the comment was, fail to stick buff immunity on Magna for too many turns, resulting in him taking too much damage, such that when we killed B2, GG took his bonus turn, sapped health from Magna, causing Magna to suicide, and so we just got like chain lawnmowered. That's actually what I just typed in, just like that, and that seems pretty.
I like that.
It was bad. All right.
I was caught off guard watching it myself.
And I was like, okay, yeah, this was rough, and I guess one of my mistakes when using that team is I'm always a bit conservative about when to use that big heal. And certainly, had I used that big heal earlier, that's a lot of health, and that very likely would have been able to make me survive. If only finished with terrible banners, it still would have been a one-shot, I think. So that's probably the only thing I could have really done differently, because I have fairly high potency on Cassian as of the time of lock-in. So I don't know. Do you have like a extreme? I didn't remember. Does your Magna have a ton of tenacity on him?
Yeah, he's high tenacity, high protection.
Yeah, and high tenacity is really good.
Yeah, my B2 is high in both potency and tenacity. He's over 100 on both.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that is pretty good. All right, well, we're gonna give it a go here at the Slacker thing. Really interesting team. All right, so we did that. That was exactly what we wanted to do. We'll focus here on Slacker. Well, actually, who is it that I want to delete? I can delete DR. Well, who's the bigger pain in my ass? Fear would only hit the two of them. I guess it's probably best to go with this. This cannot be evaded in any way, so yeah, I guess this makes the most sense. Delete her. Right, only one person gets feared. He gets pretty much nothing off that, as we expected. We'll go ahead and call himself since somebody else can beam assist onto him. Oh geez, he's about to get popped anyway. Slacker can be ability blocked, but MK cannot. I guess back on to you. Stacking your ultimate. Okay, alright, so now we have that popped off. It's not great for us. Let's go ahead and give a whack onto. Alright, that worked out well. That's good, that's good. Alright, I feel better about where we're at right now. Let's go ahead and I would honestly rather immunity Jace or Mace right now, damage wise. Yeah, because we had this we had this turn here anyway. Alright, here we go. Big heals for people. Big hits. Yeah, that's good stuff. Alright, 53. So, I got the one shot, but you also cost me JMK Cat to do it, so I would say that's pretty solid. I don't know if you got me on mute, Obi.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out maybe putting that in the back on my next match.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you might have something there, because that would be pretty difficult to deal with. So if you put down Slacker Daka Zombie in the back, or even something like whatever, Slacker, Hux, and Faust, something like that. Well, I guess you would take. So obviously, by putting in the DR and BSF, you're kind of discouraging a JML counter. Okay, that's fair. But what else would you use if you saw like a Slacker Daka Zombie on defense?
Oh.
Because you could focus on something that would draw JML up front, set Slacker in the back, but you also could consider setting like Slacker Daka Zombie, because if you pull JML, you effectively get the same result. And if you're in the mood to put Slacker in the back, then you have a better position to use like Slacker Daka Zombie, and then you still have DRBSF Malik to do whatever you please with.
Yeah, that probably would be good, because I got both my Daka and my Zombie are real fat. My Daka is at like 160 health, and my zombie like 115 or 118.
That is some really serious health on the Daka. 160k is quite awesome. Okay, what did I say for Bossk? Bossk, we're just gonna do the RJT special, guys. But he has CLS back there. That's actually the special for that team. Bossk, Boba, Dengar. So, what about Bam, guys? What about Bam? No, there's got to be a couple other good options for Bossk, Boba, Dengar. Let me actually check that real quick. Yeah, Traya, CLS.
I would say it's probably Traya.
Yeah, but I wanted something. Well, I guess I could Geo's your Mon Mothma team. Yeah, I mean that can work, but I don't know. Let me think about that.
How are your JawaS?
They would be serviceable.
Yeah, I use my JawaS on my Mothma all the time.
In 3.
I don't even know if mine take a turn before they all die.
That's pretty nice. Well, I guess that's something. I'll tell you what. Let's exploit that right now. Let's go ahead and do JawaS here on Mothma, because what did I have?
Because I found, like, with the JawaS, if you just load them up with as much protection as health and make them as slow as you possibly could, man, they really give teams fits.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I've got them modded for protection and all that, so we'll see what goes down. It does look like they're already stacked. Yeah, that's not going to go well for them. Yeah, we'll just chuck it around. Yeah, that's an awful lot. I guess this is a good time to chuck it, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, well I appreciate that, man. That was fun. I haven't used that in a long time. Perhaps I'd forgotten it. Scav, it's JawaS and JawaE for 51. Yeah, I mean, they certainly got to take a good handful of turns, but it's okay. It's a decent clear, and it's very inexpensive. That's the good news. So I could use Traya, Sion, Nihilus on this Bossk, Boba, Dengar. But actually, the one thing I didn't do, guys, is I didn't pen in what his actual defense was in the back. So let me do that. Stormtrooper Han, Wampa, Shore, CLS, Chewpio, and that's really where I want to use RJT, BB-8, R2. And let's do a quick check.
My shore trooper's fat.
What's that?
My shore trooper's pretty fat too.
Yeah, well, he is Relic 7. I mean, I'll give that to you. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty brawny. It looks like you well, let's see, protection. Oh. Okay, so I'm guessing this was you making do instead of having, like, all of these be protection primaries.
Yeah, well, I was trying, yeah.
It's not bad to have health on him. I mean, he's a tank that actually can heal himself, so you can make an argument for more health. I'm guessing, my guess, though, is that from a strictly, like, having the most possible life total to start with and just soaking up hits, my guess is that it would be, like, full protection would be the best way to just maximize him in terms of somebody who's just taking punches.
Yeah, especially if you put him with Lord Vader. Because it all gets hurt health, you know.
Yeah, you know, in 5 vs 5, I really think I want to put EP in that squad going forward, because being able to have him in there just for his unique to chew up Jedi, I think that's very forbidding to JML, and I think that JML is probably going to be one of the better counters to the Maul team, you know, to the team with Maul in it, rather.
Yeah.
Poggle, Django, and Droidica has to be the one you were talking about that I should have had JKR for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And then you've got Nute, B1, and GBA. That's an interesting one here. All right. So if I want to use RJT up there, we have to find a reasonable alternative for Bossk, Boba, Dengar, which brought us to... Where is my sheet? There it is. Okay, so Padme we've already used. Poggle, B1, Django we don't have. Crew, Fox, and Hux. Crew, Fox, and Hux for 52, but that was done by End All Be All. This is off of Zareth's counter sheet, and there's a lot of counters that End All is able to use at his GP range that I strictly just cannot rip.
Yeah.
All right, so Geos looks like it's a reasonable one to stick in there. Geos might also be good on a couple of the back wall teams, so we'll just pen in GBA, Soldier, and Spy for now. Looking to see if there's still a better option. Hey, Bastila, Shan, Grandmaster Yoda, and Hoda. I wonder if we can do the thing I was talking about with the other Jedi. But the problem is of course, it's just having enough damage. So. Oh, Orgrief Mando? Yeah, that makes sense. You could outrun... Bam Kuiil IG-11. I think that's one that I remember using, actually. Let's do that, because let me think about this. Am I gonna prefer to have Geos for anything else, is the question. So Bam Kuiil IG-11. Am I gonna want to use Bam anywhere else? No, I don't think so. I mean, Bam would be nice against maybe the Padme team. And then Geos I can use to greater effect on like the Nute team with the B1 on it. I think that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Alright, so let's do this. No, let's not do these back wall things. We just had to make sure we have a plan for it. Let's finish off the front wall, right? Alright, Bam Kuiil IG-11 onto Bossk. Let's get that done. Alright, guys. Back on it. Yes. I remember that this takes time. That's what I remember. Because we don't have the opportunity to do just a ton of stacks. Jeez. That's not good news. It's better that you're stunned. Let's think about this. I guess it would be strictly the best to kill Boba, because then he couldn't revive. So we can give it a shot. It would be a good time to get the foresight up. So we can do that here, give a little bit of help. Yeah, I like that. I guess we have to burn through the old-fashioned way. Yes. Let's get that buff back going. Smack the crap out of them. Alright. Basic there. Okay, good. So we got Boba gone. Let's keep after Bossk. Alright, things are going well, guys. We can do the heal towards the end. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we got the spin here. 10 stacks. Looking nice. Looking nice. Might be time for Bossk to go. There we go. Alright. Basic. That's fine. We'll do this heal, get the protection back here. Some more protection restore. And now we're completely full, guys, so at our leisure we can end the fight. And we have tenacity down and shock. I mean, we really have Dengar in the bag, right? He's always good at stealing some banners there towards the end with a second set of grenades. Not today. Not today. 50.
Well played.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I I remembered it the second I saw it on Zareth's counter sheet. I was like, oh, I know I used that last time. I know that worked. I just remember it took a little bit of time. Okay, so against the Traya team, I had set to use Veers, Piett, and Dark, believe it or not. But I don't know about that because that's a more conventional plan. That's a conventional plan for an unconventional Nihilus. That's the problem. So let me think about that real quick. Oh, jeez. Okay. So it seems like it's good for 52 banners with troopers. There's a couple different ways to clean it up. So I guess this would be a smart time to ask myself, how do I want to use JML, right? That would imply that I need to have... Where else would I want to see myself use Dark Trooper? I don't really see somewhere that I'm interested in. And if there's anybody... One thing we can say about this Nihilus, no matter how much health he stacks, he's not going to make himself stronger than a Sith Empire Trooper, right? And we pound through Sith Empire Troopers with this Dark Trooper all day long. So maybe I should just stop jaw-jacking and give it up to the gods. I think that's what we're going to do. Yes, appreciate you, Dagger. Appreciate you, rattling the alarm clock at me. All right, let's get Dark marked. We already have full. We're going to have. This is only going to be useful for giving him a 30%. 30% might actually put him pretty high in the mix, but I don't know. We've got Veers that can do another one, so it seems like it's the best idea to just go for him early. Yeah, that was the right call, guys. Okay, Sion, we're gonna have to hit, right? So we might as well hit him. Well, no, see, the thing is, it's probably the best time to go after him. Here I am mulling it over, and Death Trooper's like, anyway, I'm just gonna tap her into non-existence.
He's such a great character.
Just an absolute monster, a savage. 51 banners, too. Not bad for a team that uses assists to do its dirty work with a Traya there. Not bad.
It's amazing how CG can get something so right, like with Dark Trooper, and then, and then make such mistakes on other things.
Hey, you know what? This might be the thing I was looking for. To do Bastila, Ezra, and I think in this case, probably just, well, we can't stun. We can't perma-stun Grievous, can we? I don't think so. How does that work? Da-da-da-da-da. At the start of every character's turn, if Grievous is below 100% health, he dispels all debuffs on himself, and then does the marking. So that's the issue: is that he has this permanent self-dispel. No real value to bringing in Ayla. Then we can say that conclusively. Great idea to do the Bastila lead, though. Need Ezra, and then need somebody else that will be useful to us. Kanan, maybe? Kanan doesn't have as good of a setup as Obi-Wan, though. Don't really need that. I need something else, something different. But I don't really have anything different or better. Solo GG. I guess I'm not going to use Obi-Wan anywhere else. He'll have at least free taunt. Be able to keep defense up. And we can... Ezra can exploit him to gain protection back. Bonus protection. But still, it's nice. Let's give that a go, guys. Bastila, Ezra, Obi. We'll do the taunt first. Big hit. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. Call Bastila. Yeah, not bad at all, guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, nice juicy big hits. 34. Worked out just fine. Just fine. Nice full protection. Alright, let's see what the fleet situation is here. Alright, the might of the Executor. The R9. God damn. There's not a ship that you have in this lineup anywhere that is not like completely maxed out for you to have like 646,000 GP sunk into one fleet. That is absolutely monstrous, dude. And you have a home one there with Y-Wing up front. That's interesting. I don't see that often. I'll have to think about that a second, but I probably won't change the approach too much. So Executor, we're going to go in with Malevolence. And against home one, I'll think about it a second, but for the time being, maybe Finalizer? No, we'll see. I have some options. Alright, so let's do the U. Let's grab TIE Fighter, Separatist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be quite enough. And either we have the dice crap on us, or we are victorious. We will see. Alright. We'll do this special here, because I don't want to keep turn here. So he went after the Vulture, which is okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst. We'll do the AoE. Save the Dispel for what we need. Okay, I'm actually cool with them going after the TIE Fighter. I would rather they not go after that, but I mean, I guess they didn't ask me, so it's fine. Okay, we didn't stick, so this kind of sucks. Xanadu Blood resisted our Buzz Droids. It's not good. Alright, so we have to target Houndstooth. We'll bring out Spy. We'll see how this pans out, guys. Alright, so the good news is that it marked the ship with... oh, yes. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Alright, well, that isn't as good, though. It's not as good at all. Yeah, so I have no Vulture droids to exploit. We'll just barely, I think, get through this first life there. Yeah, okay. And then this is gonna take off his Buzz droid again. Yeah, he's gonna be tough to go after. Alright. Again, we are without Vultures. The only time afforded to us now to bring in Ebon Hawk. We now have Chaff. We're more resistant to getting target locked all the time. Doing the double tap would probably do more damage strictly, but I have an incentive to try and strip off this evasion up, and fortunately that worked. We'll just stick to this script and keep basing on the raid request. We really need to do that. Alright. Heal him. Okay, we got this monstrosity out of the way at the cost of, God, so much. I really don't have much in the way of offense left, right? I think we'll end up wiping out here. But, you know, we're pretty clean on the 2-shot, right, guys? Without a Razor Crest. Just basic. I don't care about giving bonus protection. Okay, so sayonara, we wish you well. We're Hyena Bomber. You did all you could for us, but it was not meant to be. Ultimate. Ideally, it'd be great to go after Xanadu. Pretty fragile ship. Let's see how fragile is. Seems to be taking a decent amount of damage, all things considered. Soldier. Alright, good. We got the weakest one. Probably the best idea right now to go after Houndstooth, to be honest. You're never going to have a better chance than right now, especially when we know that we're going to have to go after him again. Still can't get protection, so again, probably strictly better to just double tap. Basic. We can go ahead and dispel this ship, even though we can't get rid of the crap that's bad for us. Alright, so now we get blown up and stunned, and the major question is, can we actually kill Houndstooth before the end of all this? That determines the quality of 2-shot we have. Alright, that's it. The show is over, but he is very low health, the Houndstooth, so. Alrighty. Yeah, there's a lot of variables in that fight. If you get the wrong resist, you get the wrong dodge, can definitely go south on you. Alright, so let me mark this and say 1 drop, Malevolence, did not stick buzz droids on XB, and Razor Crest was marked, and it just took too long. It took too long to kill RC to make a 1-shot feasible. And that's just it, guys. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I have all of them R8s.
I'm sure you do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just the fleet doing what it does, though. Like,
yeah.
Because the extra 2 speed you gain, in terms of like your ship outrunning Malevolence, when your fleet kills my vultures, that's where I get to lap you anyway.
Yeah.
So, what to clean that up with? All right, so I guess we should probably think about how we're dealing with this home one. Okay, double relic 7 on Chewie. All right. Yeah. Max down Rebel Y-Wing. Relic 7, double R7 Biston U-Wing pilots. So it should still work the same with Finalizer, though, which means I could then use Executor or Negotiator to clean up the Executor. So let's try Finalizer here, because I enjoy that fight and I want to do that. One, two, three. Who else? Who else should join us? Sunfac is great here. He's a tank. And Jedi Counselor's great. That should be sufficient. Let's see if we just get absolutely blown out here. There is always a chance that this can go bad on you, but most of the time it is pretty darn clean. Alright, Han Solo, hunted, basic, we get the stun, we do the call to Kylo, and that's all she wrote. Even so, we almost lost the command shuttle, and this is actually very, very strong command shuttle. But there we are. Yeah, we are going to lose that ship, aren't we? If this Y-Wing takes a turn, then we for sure are going to lose that ship. Alright, so we took the opportunity to do a stun. Let's go ahead and apply dots. That's fine. Alright guys, we're in business. Let's go ahead and call out Sunfac. Be able to stabilize that way. We don't need to stun here, and when Biston goes, see, these buffs ensure that they'll have to go through Sunfac. Alright, so we were destined to lose our friend anyway. Might as well go ahead and stun you now, that's fine. Alright. And let's just call Kylo again. Good. Okay. Just have to work our way through. Alright, that's another one. Go ahead and call Kylo again. Hey. Alright, we're making progress. They cannot resist. So now we'll just call through one more hit, and that's all she wrote. For 61, so just over the line of shame. We will take it. We don't get to do that with the other fleet, but a one-shot will do. Here. Which means that I have the latitude to use the Negotiator. So I just need to not do anything extraordinarily stupid. And it should be okay. Famous last words. JKA. Rex would probably be a really good choice here. Rex and Y-Wing. It's either Rex or Fives. Rex would stack quicker. And then I do like the idea of Plo and Ahsoka as reinforcements if I need over Rex. So let's have Fives. Let's have Fives. We can always bring Rex out later. Alright, we'll throw Clone Sergeant in the mix. Just for the... Well, we don't need to do all of that. Just 3 is quite enough. It would just give more max protection to our Y-Wing, which is nice. And I don't really need to worry about the extra banner, so why the hell not? If you guys have already done your attacks here, you viewers out there, tell me how it went. Are you seeing anything surprising? Are you seeing any strats that are shaking up 3v3 for you? My god. Fives just got nothing. Probably better Fives than anyone else, though, to be honest. Blitz, and just can't do any kind of damage. Okay, so I guess we can ignore you for the moment. You don't need to dispel here. It would be nice, I guess, to take the tenacity off of Boba. Put the evasion up there. We just did the sweep, took care of IG. Right, now we once again have to deal with this thing. We'll go ahead and put that buff on Anakin. Dispel here with Ahsoka. Not a bad time to sweep. Okay. Yeah, that's right. They get to ignore taunts that are from pilotless ships. And that's not something... I don't use Negotiator that often against this fleet, so I forget about that. Okay, so we just have to pound through it in a fashion right now. That's not good. Probably the best time that we're going to have to bring Plo out. It would be better if I could afford to bring out... Matter of fact, I could put this on himself, right? We could do that. Let's do that. Alright, so there's the consuming of the unending loyalty on Anakin, so now we're on our last life really with him. Okay, another chance at an AoE. Let's see how it goes. Alright, we stuck some buffs this time. It's nice, it's nice. Alright, good, we've dispelled him. Let's get rid of these damage threats, folks. Anakin's about to take a turn, so I'm going to hazard to do basic instead. Good, alright. Boba's off the deck. We could bombs here, but I think the battle's going to still go on for a bit yet, so it's better just to get this reinforcement. We've got clone on the table now. Finally have a manned tank. So now it can't be ignored. I guess we just drop this now. Drop bombs. What do I have? Stuck the buff immunity, that's nice. Yes, we'll do that. Almost there, almost there. Why not? We'll go ahead and put on any loyalty. No, it's fine. This heals, does it not? No, it's just protection. That's fine, we'll still give it to him. Yes, it gives him a taunt, but he also has an ending loyalty. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Alright, there we go. Got that done. Yeah, Gauntlet's an amazing ship. Love that ship. Comes out way too late in the fight, even if this wasn't a two-shot. I haven't seen him make a difference for me, I think. But I'm glad that other people are getting value out of him on defense, because it's not that I haven't tried. It wasn't working well. What was that for banners, guys? What did it just show? Distracted. 30 something. Hopefully one of you can tell me out there.
Yeah, as soon as the bot updates, I'll let you know what it was.
Oh yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, PrimeBot is a lifesaver. Alright, so fleets are cleared, guys. We have to go down and make hay while the sun shines. So we've got CLS down there. We're going to go in resistance, sticking to the script. My wife likes 3 vs 3 less than 5 vs 5 because the streams are always longer in 3 vs 3. Yes, want to do the hand wave. Good. There we go. Still ability blocked, still Stone Age. Let's go ahead and try to do the same with you. You're still under stealth, so let's go ahead and put the fire up. Great time to get the dispel. Alright, got him taken care of. We're back on track. That looked like it might turn on us. Thankfully, towards the end, it leveled out. Yep, keep him locked down. That's fine. Very nice, very nice. Alright, 53 it is on CLS. Use this counter all the time, and I don't know if you saw last round, Obi, but I got stomped using this by CLS that did not actually have tenacity modding. I think I actually just had those two 15% resist chances like happen twice in a row on the same character.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I put that in the lineup.
It's a good team, man. It's a good team on defense. I mean, I set it down myself, so yeah. Nute. I think we're gonna GBA that, right, guys? I don't know that I would want to GBA anything else here, so let's go for Geos on that. Which means that I have JML to make sure I don't completely crap the bed on whatever. Actually, let's think about what I have for offensive options. So, I guess we can use Triumvirate with the Stormtrooper Han team. Poggle Django Droidica. The good news is that we would be pretty resistant to critical strikes if I use Traya there, so that's an idea. But as far as like the hardest team we're left to use JML, it's probably this Poggle Django Droidica thing. So I can probably just stick to the script with that.
Hey, Tasnix.
You got to take off, man?
Now, what do you get for clearing the ship's territory?
Here, I'll check real quick. The way you said, hey, Tasnix, I thought you were about to dip on me, so I'm glad it wasn't the case. But it's
186, so that's 14.
186 then.
Let's see, 34. 38 is what your score was.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Let me get that in. 38. Yeah, nothing to write home about, but it'll do. Alright, so I think we're pretty well resolved to using Geos here for Nute. And I have like Mother Talza and stuff if I have to do something somewhere else. Although, what am I going to do about Padme? Padme might be a really... What am I going to do there about Padme? Who's going to be the best answer for this Django, guys? I'm really thinking I should just JML it and not mess around. You're not... Oh, I have Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters on who? Bounty Hunters on... Yeah. So we can trade a sign on Nihilus, the Padme team, I think. The Aura, Reef, and Mando for the Stormtrooper Han Shore Wampa team. Poggle Django Droidica, we can just do JML, Oda, Cam. Yeah, I think that's the plan here, guys. I think we've got it all set in stone now. Alright, let's go about it. Let's do Geonosians. We have, if we have to two-shot anything, we have resources for such an occasion. Don't want Poggle, thank you. Yeah, I'm just holding the key too long. Alright, off we go. Okay, so you'll counter because you're not under stealth yourself. But I'm not incentivized to save it, so I won't. You, however, are stealth, which means that this should work. Yes, that's quite nice. Yeah, we could do that, but I'd rather call everybody here. Yeah, let's take as many stacks off of it as possible, as quickly as possible. GBA should be deleted here. Nice, very nice. Pay the taxes. Pay to Caesar what is Caesar's. Okay, decent time to heal back up. Get rid of all the good stuff here from Nute. It'll be very nice if we can just very quickly kill the Brute so that we can kind of back-to-back go after Nute, because he's going to take a turn. Yeah, see, at least, alright, so that's the good news here, I guess. Yeah. Who do I actually want to take another turn? It doesn't look Alright, basic. Yeah, we won't have time to do another big heal, so... Yeah, we're one turn short of the heal, right? And I don't... If I was actually trying to do it, I would want to do basic, but even that won't make it. So 51, we one-shot it. We might have been able to 54 if we got one more turn on GBA. That's, I mean, I have a real case to keep GBA like around something close to around 320 speed, but again, I'm just pressed for speed these days. He's not able to be where I'd like him to be able to pull off shenanigans of that kind. But that's 3 banners potentially if I could have that speed in the box, so it's something I gotta think about. Something I should think about having in line for like week 3 something like that. Everything next week is going to be consumed by and centered around Maul. Alright, Padme, Traya, Sion, Nihilus. Let's get that done. Okay, whole bunch of stuns. People to have isolated her. Go ahead. Very nice, very nice. Alright, let's just hit you. Yeah. Nice hit. You've already got the marks. Let's go for a good hit on you there. Range again. Sweep is fine here. So... That's weird, right? I mean, I guess I should do it to him, which means I should have just been focusing Ahsoka from the beginning. So that's a tactical error on my part. I'm not sure if it cost me anything this time, but clearly, like, choosing to blow up anybody else would trigger Anakin, and that can't be the right thing to do. Might as well put this on herself. Keep her max protection. Don't let them hit her. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have, Oh well, that won't matter. She won't get anything from it. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken the isolate off of Padme though. That was a minor error. Alright, now we just wait our turn. Pop her again. So, I don't think that we would actually gain enough protection for 100% here, but we have time on our side. We can try it. I think it would consider that 100%. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Alright, well at least we have Sion capped off. Alright, 53. Yeah, that was a worthy effort, guys. Saved a banner. Alright. Stormtrooper Han, let's do the bounty hunters. Alright, yeah, we had some new people join. Obi, I don't know if you've seen the couple episodes here with TJ, the one I played with him, and then he guested here, just popping into voice on a couple other fights after. But he joined my guild, Vanguard, today, so it's good to have him among us. That's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Not supposed to do that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Whatever makes us proc the contract, friend. You're the weaker one, so I'd rather dispel you. Sorry, you're the stronger one. I'd rather have to go through you. Alright. Stealth. Stun's fine. Delete. Make our way through. Not really much to worry about here. Just seizing banners. We have the grief heal to get banners back towards the end. I see no reason to use that now, so I won't. Alright. Getting closer to that same time. We still can basic with aura and do a stun. Yes, little bit of protection missing. Good time probably to do it right here. Yep. Might as well stealth again, stun again, call again, and that's it. 54. Okay, Obi. So, you said I would need JKR. What you didn't know is that I will just JML it instead. That'll show you, huh? Okay. Let's just do this one up. Cogstar, man, thank you for your resubscriptions. Always good to see you. You don't chat much here, and you know, I wish you would. I'd love to give you some value for your 7 months of subscription. So, man, hit me up. You got questions, or you want to just chit chat about the game anytime. But thank you so much, man. Yoda Force with 1,000 bits. Thank you, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you on stream. We're actually, wow, we're approaching a hype train, which is crazy. I've got to actually put something together here for you guys. Like, the stream's almost ending. If you guys get a hype train rolling, I can transition to another game and keep the stream rolling. But might have to get the special sign off from the wife first. She may well kill me if I don't. Let me go ahead and put this on cam. I was really hoping to have stuck the ability block on Droidica, but, you know, alas, here we are. I'm actually going to go for the armor shred. Yep, that was good. That worked out fine. Alright. Man, Cam is just merciless. There's nothing you can do to save yourself from him, man. Yeah, I'll Stone Age his cooldowns. Yes, it slows down our time for... and this actually gives us turn meters. It's probably not a great idea for me to be doing this anymore, but I don't really care. He's going to get this turn, and we've got a lot of time yet. Alright, so he's still got like roughly a century before he takes his next turn. Keep the healing high. Keep the protection high. Ability block. Yeah, we didn't have ability block on him, so it's a good thing that we did that. Just a basic here is fine. Alright, looks like he's about to get that turn. I can basic here, I'd rather do that. Okay, so now he's well and truly vulnerable to us. Good time to call, set his cooldowns back and call Hoda again. Now we start smashing and crashing. There it is, 54. Okay, guys, let's see how this one wrapped up. There's a nice back wall. It made up for a lot of mess and hullabaloo elsewhere. Alright, so first, well, actually, I guess I should go back and record what my score was for the last round. So 3-2-4-0, and, you know, truly if, 3-2-4-0. Okay, 2-4-0, there you go. Oh, it's not centered. Oh man, that's gonna drive me crazy. Let me fix that real quick. Format, align, center. Oh, I don't know. Why are you not aligned then? I don't make this up. Alright, so assuming that Obi truly makes no other moves up top or anything else, then this is the final score, 3240 to 1591. This is a good one, and you know we're not over 3,300. I have the image in my Discord server. Let me check that. It's in my cantinage. Click the wrong button on you there, Obi. That's my bad.
That's right.
Yeah, this image. So the softmax for 3 vs 3 in Division 1 is 3338. So we certainly took our lumps, right, guys? I mean, we dropped essentially 98 banners off of that, right? Something like that. So we had ourselves a time, but we managed the full clear, and our defense was strong enough to really put Obi to the test. So we'll do the wrap-up here. We'll do the quick review, right? Alright, Obi wanted to go through the bottom wall, as one generally should, so he didn't make any attempts on these topside teams. On bottom, he one-shot Darth Revan and JKL. Had to two-shot CLS, got plain old stuck on Lord Vader. He tried to mirror it, had wife aggro, things did not go to the script, and he found himself without margin to get through that Lord Vader after having to use 4 teams to get through Gas. So Gas gave him a good run for his money. I often think about whether or not to have him on the back wall or the front wall, depending on what I'm trying to draw. But he just, and you know, you always want to try and mix up your defense so you're not too predictable. But he's just one of those teams that's really earned himself a spot on that front wall, because you either clean him up at some expense or you take him out cleanly for a premium price, a premium team. And everything worked out defensively. So when it came to attack time for me, it could have gone better, could have gone worse. So we one-shot all except this RJT, Resistance Hero Finn, and Resistance Hero Poe. That was crazy. I went in with Qira, Han, Chewie, and shout out to Dagger. You know, we all want Qira to work. Qira doesn't work. Not in this application. Not in like the Anthem. I'll have to test again against Gas. I'll give that one more go. Not that I've got her boosted up. But, I don't know, guys. I don't think it works for me. Level 5 hype train. Holy crap, I look away for 5 seconds to talk, and you guys just blew this up. Dylar, you're saying Nightbot just deleted your messages. That sucks. I need to turn on stream element sound effects. I gotta get with you, Dylar. I'm sure it would take only a few minutes for me to do. I just haven't done it, and I'm not exactly 100% sure what I'm doing with that, so... Yes, it would be really great to get these acknowledgments. Oh my god. Let's be clear about this. So I see SNA USC. I think that Sean from my guild just followed the stream, so really appreciate you there. Banks, I missed your follow. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Mr. Yoda just coming out of nowhere with 10,000 bits out of left field. Just straight up putting sacks of cash onto the hype train going down the tracks. Yes, alright, good. I did see you there, Sean. Sorry, Nightbot. I'm going to have to take a look at that Nightbot setting after stream. Actually, let me make a note about that. Stream elements, sounds, and Nightbot spam filter. I will check out both of those. Alright guys, so anyway, I went Qira, Han, Chewie in here on this. Did not go to plan, guys. Qira got blown out, and Han, Chewie, without a really effective leader there, just got pretty much picked apart by RJT, who had Taunt, who had Foresight, and just gave us a tough time. Had to go back in there and clean it up with Bad Batch, actually. And that's something I know now for next time. Next time I'm going to see, unless it's a Resistance Hero Finn so extraordinarily modded that it would be faster than Bad Batch Echo, I think I can pretty safely say that I should have just gone in with that Bad Batch team in the first place. So, lesson to me. Top side, we one-shot everything, including, by the way, this very interesting Slacker, DR, and BSF team. So it kind of makes you think twice about using JML against it, right, guys? I mean, that's what I did. I certainly was thinking about, if I had to use like JML Cam Hoda in there, how long am I comfortable with Cam just being stuck there watching the days go by? So I ended up using JMK Cat for that one. GG, we had a pretty unfortunate series of events happen, but I guess it was all according to plan here for Obi, because he modded his Magna Guard for Tenacity, which means that even though I have a really good amount of potency on my Mon Mothma team, we struggled to stick buff immunity on Magma and Magna Guard, rather, and that means that we were delayed to put damage on B2, and we took so much life off of Magna Guard that when we were finally able to focus on B2 and put in the damage, once we killed him, that forced the bonus turn from GG. He does the whoop, 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 whoop. And him taking that turn there took enough life off of Magna Guard to force Magna to suicide, so then I got another one. And it just devoured my guys, who are both Relic 5. And so I've been trying to tell myself whether or not I wanted to take Cassian and K2 to Relic 7. It's a nice benefit for the ship, but is it really worth it for squads? This might be the match that convinces me to Relic 7 both of them. Also, I really need to stop being such a conservative dumbass about the big heal from Mon Mothma. I keep saving it for what I think is an eventual disaster, and you don't get to see that cascade coming, really, until it just happens to you. I should have just used the heal and given myself the better chance of surviving that cascade at the end. Alright, back to the chat. Alright, wow, I got level 5 hype train. I got, Mr. Yoda Force just earned a new 10k bits badge. Seriously, sir, thank you so much. Extraordinary, generous support. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I enjoy doing it for you. So, thank you so much. That's my guildmaster, by the way. So, shout out to Mr. Yoda Force. Thank you again. All right, just wrapping up my attacks again here. So, this back wall, he put some decent teams back here, including this Poggle, Jango, and Droideka, which would have an extraordinary amount of offense on it, right? We were fortunately able to one-shot all these teams. The toughest team back here was indeed the Poggle, so I have JML reserved for that. That's pretty much all the news fit to print here. So, you guys got any questions? Or, again, I was interested to hear if any of you have finished your match already, if you encountered any new teams that you thought were interesting, anything else you want to throw in. Normally, after the wrap-up here, I'm kind of quick to sew up the stream and get you guys rated off, but we just got a hype train done, so I don't want to, just take the money and run. Let's chat a few minutes here. Hey, Sean, what's up? What you got on your mind? You're trying to send me bits? Oh, I appreciate you, man. Well, I'm certainly going to keep the stream running as much as you want. Obi, don't let me leave you hanging here. What do you got on your mind? Any comments here on the match or anything you thought was interesting?
Well, first off, I appreciate the invite. It's always good to, chat with fellow gamer and gain, valuable strategy. And, and it's always, for me, it's really good to be able to sit back and watch someone else battle, because I get a lot of, strategy and stuff from that, and I appreciate that.
Very much my pleasure. I have more fun streaming when I actually have somebody to interact with. I think I'd probably enjoy some kind of podcast or something like that. But having not only just anybody, but also my opponent to be able to have that discussion with, and you have the inner knowledge about your defense and what your plan was. And as I go through my attacks, whatever my opponent is that's joining me here, they're comfortable enough to discuss what they were thinking after I've already gotten through it. And I appreciate you. You aren't so worried about that. You once you saw the way the fight was going for you, you gave me insight into how your attacks were, and that made things, I guess, a little easier. Knowing that I didn't have a Lord Vader to fight in the back, but I still had my fair share of drops here. We almost dropped 100 banners across this. So you did succeed in setting a heavier defense, I think. Like, this defense of yours feels heavier to me here in 3 versus 3 than the 5 versus 5 match that we had last season.
Yeah.
That was I appreciate you, so thank you for being here.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and I'm sure we'll battle again. Hopefully I'll give you a better run next time.
Oh, you know what? I mean, this was a better run than the last one. Last one, I think you... I'd have to scroll up through your DMs, but I think you said you were really caught out by a bunch of stuff, and I think you weren't able to do a lot of clears. Oh, here goes Sean. He's got the biddies. How many biddies is that? Okay, there it is. Sean cheered 54 bits, so it animated 54 actual bits in the chat. That is funny. Well, thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate that. I'm really appreciative of the support. Sean's another member of my guild. It's great to have Shadowlands family up in here supporting me. It's great. Yoda can't allow somebody to have more bits than him on a line, so he just drops 17 bits. I think just sliding the scale, just selecting a random number of bits and hitting go. Sean cheered 40 more bits. You guys are just having a biddies off. Yeah. You told Macabo in chat here says he told Sean to send me 10k bits 1 bit at a time. So you guys really want this stream to go on. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's give some more value here to Obi. You got any other characters that you're curious about that I use, or characters that you're using that you're thinking about modding questions? Like, modding's kind of my bread and butter. That's what I love to spend a lot of time on. So, you got anything I can help you with while we're all here? And somebody else can benefit from that conversation too.
Yeah, I think we covered a good bit of some of the questions that I did have. I do appreciate the high tenacity on Wampa, information there.
Yep.
And what I would like to do is at some point look at my roster with the new modding and see what you think.
Yeah, well, you and I DM pretty regularly, and you show up on my Discord. By the way, guys, shameless plug for my Discord. Here, I'm going to send that now. But yeah, any time that you've got that ready, you want me to look at it, we can hop in chat and look at that. Happy to give you my 2 cents. And thank you, Sean. I see you've donated just another bit here a second ago. You cheered a bit. Thank you, sir. Yeah, hey, Yoda, you're saying this is the first time Sean sent bits, so if my stream is what has inspired you to send bits, thank you so much. Keep all the bits coming in this direction towards Tassinix. It's much appreciated. I will be your dedicated bit funnel. You can do that anytime. Let me see if I have any of the questions for you, Obi, and then I guess I'll start seeing if anybody else in chat has some modding questions, something of the like. Yeah, I mean, we already talked earlier about the modding strategy here with his Sith Triumvirate, right, guys? This health primaried out Nihilus in 2 defense and 1 health set. I'm guessing if he had the secondaries to justify it, that would be 3 defense sets, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, it's interesting because, yeah, you want to beat him up on a lot of teams, and there's not a lot of characters that can get through the kind of bulk he can stack quickly. So I thought that was clever. Yeah, I think I was getting around to asking this, but do you see a lot of value out of this Zeta? I know you said that you put a lot of gear in Zetas on bounty hunters just because you love the faction so much. So I know that you may not have necessarily done this from like a value point of view, but like, how do you like it?
You're talking about the Zeta on Dengar?
Yeah. Every time it's that unique triggers, he regains, I think, 3% protection. Something like that.
It seems to. I mean, I can't say that I've noticed a huge difference, but it does make him, fairly thick.
Yeah, and I guess since this is a character that you place on defense a lot, right? Whether it's 3s or 5s, it's going on defense. So I guess you wouldn't have a lot of cause to see whether or not that restoration actually saves you a banner and how often. But
yeah, I usually use him with the BAM squad, and there's so much health regeneration going on with that squad.
Yeah, I definitely would think that would be one of the worst teams for you to get value from that Zeta on. There is a lot of protection restoration, so yeah. I really am going to have to rethink my modding for 3v3 on Grievous, because I have my Grievous modded for more potency, just because if his leadership will give him 10% potency stacking every time he gets resisted, but I don't want him to be in the habit of getting resisted a lot, right? But in 3 vs 3, you're not. I mean, it's very clear that you're not as concerned with how many debuffs GG gets to land. Just having him be as extra sweaty as you can is clearly the way to go. So I'm going to have to look at his mods here this week. I'm actually going to put that one down. So that was one you taught me there. And also, yes, GG to full health modding. No potency cross, I think. And then, what was it? Cassian, K2 to Relic 7. I'm going to pull the trigger on it, guys. There's absolutely no way I can afford to have that situation repeat on me, where I just get cascaded down, and I'm looking at them like they're Relic 5, they're not Relic 7, they could have more survivability, and they didn't, and I'm punished. Let me see about the rest of these real quick. Yeah, the rest of these made sense to me. Nothing crazy. Let me ask you, I've thought about using this team before, Nute B1 GBA, but to be honest, I always chicken out. I always want to have GBA just useful as, Geo, Soldier, and Spy. It's really tough for me to break away from that, because that team is pretty flexible. You can take on a lot of different threats. By the way, guys, I don't know if Absolution is here in the chat. I owe him a kitty appearance, so until I know he's here, I can't say this counts for him, but you guys get a free appearance of Kitty because Kitty has wandered up foolishly, looking for attention. So this is Miss Tinsel. She's a very sweet girl, and she's already drooling on me because that's what she does.
Hey, Tasnix, thanks for having me. I'm going to go ahead and head on to bed now.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate you joining me. Talk again soon. I'm sure you're already no stranger on Discord, so we'll be in touch, man. Have yourself a good night, and thanks again for being here.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, guys. So we have this hype train, this level 5 hype train. I'm actually pretty psyched. It's been a while since I had one, and I actually think Yoda was the primary motivator behind the last level 5 hype train I've gotten. That was probably a little over a month ago, so really, thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. I don't know that there's anything else for me to talk about, though, guys. I don't want to wear you out, so let me go ahead and pull up Twitch and see who I can raid you off to. I'm sure there's good people on at this hour. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we gotta go see Mr. Yeti. I see Dr. Zepper's there. Heinzie doesn't need my help. I would raid you guys to Heinzie, but, I've got 9 viewers. Yeti's got 7 right now, and Heinzie's chilling with 114, so I'll probably have both Yeti's and Heinzie's stream open to support them both and watch them both. I have 2 monitors, but it looks like Yeti will benefit more from this situation. Let's go ahead and do it that way. Oh, Warrior is on Yoda? Where's Warrior? Where's Warrior? Let me see what you said in chat. GLH. Oh, Galactic Legend Heinzie. Oh, he's a guest on Heinzie. Oh, well, I guess I gotta do the Shadowlands love. Alright, well, I can't feel too bad about not raiding Yeti because I raided him last time, I think. So we show Yeti some love. But, alright, we'll go see Heinzie to stack the guild support. We gotta support Shadowlands. Alright, guys. Starting the raid. Oh, I'm having that thing where it says something went wrong. Try running that quick action again later. Let me refresh the Twitch page here real quick. See if that makes a difference. Alright, raid Heinzie. Yeah, okay guys, you're going to actually manually have to click yourselves over to see Heinzie. That's my bad, but the thing actually won't raid. It says something went wrong, try running that quick action again later. I literally can't raid you guys on out of here. But again, thank you for showing up here for week 1, round 2 of season 23, 3 vs 3 Grand Arena Championship. I am Tassinix. Y'all have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you here on Sunday night. Take care.